Recent years have shown just what effects we have had on the planet. When it comes to destroying rainforests or the ever-rising ocean, we seem to forget the impact it has on the animals that call those places home. If this is your first time visiting us, click the red subscribe button to see more videos like this. Today we are discussing the rarest endangered animals in the world. South China Tiger. In the 1950s, the South China tiger was over 4,000 in population, but over the next few decades, they were considered pests. Because of this, thousands of South China tigers were hunted and killed until the Chinese government banned hunting in 1979. By 1996, they were considered to be 30 to 80 left in the wild. As of today, South China tigers haven't been seen in the wild in over 25 years, but that doesn't mean they are extinct altogether. Thankfully, there are still South China tigers in zoos and in South Africa, where there are plans to reintroduce captive-bred tigers back to the wild. Sumatran rhinos. The only Asian rhino with 2 horns and covered in long body hair, the Sumatran rhino is extremely endangered. With only 220 to 275 rhinos left in the wild, they are also extremely rare. The Sumatran rhino is the smallest of the rhino family and lives in isolated pockets of forest in Malaysia and Indonesia. Their population has been threatened due to poaching for their horns. The World Wildlife Federation hasn't been able to stabilize the population because only 2 captive females have reproduced in the past 15 years. Saola. This endangered species is so rare it wasn't even discovered until 1992. The saola is often called the Asian unicorn because it is rarely seen and is on the critically endangered mammal list. Little is actually known about the saola because it is so rare that it's only been seen in the wild 4 times since its discovery. Their population is threatened by hunting and the growing development of humans that fragmentize their environment. Amur leopard. There are only about 60 Amur leopards left in the wild. They are one of the rare and most endangered large wildcats. They can weigh up to 120 pounds and can leap over 19 feet in the air. The Amur leopards can only be found in Amur River Basin in eastern Russia, as they have gone extinct elsewhere. This wildcat faces many threats to its survival, such as climate change, poaching, and human encroachment. Addax. Addax, also known as white antelope or screwhorn antelope, are nearly extinct in the wild. The horns of adult male and female addax can reach lengths of 2.5 feet to nearly 4 feet long. There are only 3 addax left in the wild, but there is hope for this endangered species. Private farms and zoos are doing their part in saving this species, as they are home to over 2,000 addaxes around the world. The addaxes have experienced population loss in the wild due to Chinese oil installations in northern Africa, whose guards hunt and poach wild addaxes. Wyoming toad. The Wyoming toad is so endangered it is actually now extinct in the wild. This little toad was actually really common in the US in the 1950s, but began declining in numbers by the 1970s. The Wyoming toad actually has very sensitive skin that makes it susceptible to death by many things, such as its main killer, chytrid fungus. Not only is it sensitive to disease, the Wyoming toad's skin can handle climate or environmental change, which has been another reason for its extinction in the wild. Mountain gorilla. Mountain gorillas are better known by their nickname silverbacks, given to them because of the silver hair that grows on the backs of the adult males. They were discovered in 1902 and since then have been subject to uncontrolled hunting, wars, disease, capture for illegal pet trade, as well as destruction of its habitat. All of these factors have led to only 880 mountain gorillas left in the wild today. The good news is the population has grown by over 250 in 30 years thanks to conservationists and is hoping to keep increasing. Hainan gibbon. It wasn't that long ago that there were thousands of Hainan gibbons in the wild, but now researchers guess there are less than 25. The Hainan gibbons are found on Hainan Island in China, and though it's not uncommon for them to be hunted by natural predators, this isn't the reason for their decline. Like many of the mammals on this list, the decline of their natural habitat has pushed this species to the edge of extinction. They were also poached for having medicinal properties used in Chinese medicine. They are now considered the world's most rare apes as well as the world's rarest mammal. Pygmy three-toed sloth. It's crazy to believe one of the world's most beloved animals, the pygmy three-toed sloth, is considered rare and endangered. Though it is adorable, that doesn't mean it knows what it's doing as far as survival goes. This breed of sloth is found on a small island near Panama where only 79 are left in the wild. The island doesn't have any human inhabitants, but the species is still affected by poaching, as they aren't exactly considered the masters of escape. The pygmy three-toed sloth is listed as number 16 in the world's 100 most unique and imperiled mammals. We pray for the safety of these incredible animals. We hope you enjoy learning about them. Please leave us a comment down below. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to The Riches for more fascinating facts daily. Thanks for watching.